It is a disadvantage to
And
break.
we're off.
Yeah, so we're off now. Let's see what happens here. It's going to be Alex a little short. Filler has won the lag. He is going to, they're playing rack your own. He is choosing to let Alex break because the break is a disadvantage. And what will happen here on the opening break, and the idea here would be that he's going to bring the ball to level to the second diamond, and he's going to hit the corner ball. In this case, will be the one ball. You count the rails. He will go 4 rails with the cue ball, and try not to spread the balls apart very much. He may have actually even scratched here. Now, what's unique here, he didn't. So the incoming player will allow him to re-break, but this will make sure that this will be a -2 for the points. All right, here we go again. Hi, Dawn. Nice to see you again.
Back
So
again.
lovely.
Thanks for inviting me back. Hey, everybody at
Yes.
home. Glad to
Okay.
be here.
You just missed Alex broke and he scratched, and Josh decided to let him re-break. And from what I remember, that is a 2-point penalty.
That's better there.
Yeah, the 8 come right back over. Yeah, there's a big bounce there. Now, one thing I'll tell you, I don't know if you've gotten to see Josh Filler play, but he shoots at everything. That's why he's ranked the #1 player in the world right now.
Is he going to take that 11?
I think he's just going to shoot at anything he can. There's not too many safeties with him. If he doesn't take the 11, I think that he will thin the right side of the 10 ball, left side from our screen here, right from his, and put the cue ball about where it's back at now. But he's really considering this 11 ball. And if he makes that, the cue ball is going to hit off the 8 and maybe hit the 15.
He's going for it.
I think he's going to thin this and play safe and put the 11 ball in the pack.
Here you go.
Okay. I think the 7's pretty tight. He's going to watch this 14 ball. It looks like it's a little low in the bottom rail to you. What's it look like from your angle? Yeah.
I don't know. He looked at it, but I don't think it goes.
Well, what's the options here then, knowing because if he's going to thin the 14, it's coming close to the pocket. You think he's going to thin the 7 and just come back up table, just like he got left?
That's probably the best one. He's just got to wait.
So we hit this really thin and get the cue ball back down, actually probably past where he's at.
He didn't hit it very hard, and he pushed something out.
Well, also, the 11 ball has a chance of going in. The 4 is the optimal shot. Now, remember, when you're left-handed, most of your break shots you'll have on the right side of the table, the player's right. And a lot of that is because it's...
wow, that's an early, unfortunate miss, and that leaves him a nice opening to shoot this 4 ball. Oh, he's going to shoot the 11. Is an 11 dead? I was going to say because he could also shoot the 4, and he's got that safety 8.
Well, he's going to look at the 4 and see where it goes into the pack for the spread. If he shoots the 4, it's going to the 5. He can push the 11 to a break shot. He can get half these balls loose on one hit here. A lot of them have little gaps in the balls. He didn't go into it very hard.
No.
And that's going to cost him.
And it came off, because he hit it going with forward momentum. It just came out, and it didn't stick there for the 8.
Yeah, I think the 4 was the shot instead of the 8, because if he had shot the 8, he wouldn't have had a backup as much, because the 4 is at the dead center. It's hard to tell. At this point, he does have a shot on the 11 that he can shoot up in the corner. It's risky. The 9, if he doesn't disturb the balls, the 9-15 is a shot that looks like it could be on. I think maybe, Don, do you think he's going to shoot this 11 up table this early in the match?
That's kind of a gutsy call right here for right in the beginning of the match, and probably also he's going to tuck that cue ball into that space in between, so it will break them out pretty good. It's tempting, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're in dead stroke, it's like no problem.
Right. But you know my thought, I don't want to shoot past half the table. He's going to shoot it with a little harder in pocket speed. He's not going to hit this real hard, but firm.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you that could be fatal with this guy.
Well, he just missed a straight-in shot himself, so that's probably playing in his mind.
You know, he only got to warm up about 6 or 7 shots. Alex was trying to fiddle with the table, so he didn't get a lot of time. But it will not take long for Mr. Fielder to get in stroke and get comfortable. And he doesn't take long either. He hits balls at Earl speed. Oh.
A little far.
Yeah. He wanted to try to clear that 9 out now.
But he's got options.
Well, he's got the 3 and 5 at the end of the rack. Now, what he does do good, that is real good. Like I said, I've spent some time with him around here the last couple of weeks in our area. And practice this game is when he determines his break shot, he stays with it. See how he's committed?
Now he's got a shot at this.
If he's clearing the 9 out, you know what that's telling me? That he's already thought about the 5 for a break shot. Now, being a left-handed player, you want your break shot a lot of times to be right where it's at now, because they can stretch across the table.
Right.
So, like if we were shooting that 9 ball and being right-handed, that would be a hard reach for us.
Well, we'd probably need to go either further down the table with the cue ball, which makes it not as good of a shot.
Yeah, we would like the 7 ball, you know, on that side of the rack.
So where's his key ball? Is it the 3 ball?
Oh, it's definitely the side pocket.
Yeah.
Unless it ends up being the 10.
I think it'll be the 3 probably.
He's got a decision here, because the problem with shooting a 15, he's going to be bumping the 2 ball.
Oh, he's taking the 3 now.
Well, then it's going to be the 10. See, I didn't like how he hit that ball, to be honest with you.
No.
He might end up taking the 5 out now and consider the 7. Just because he's got a backward this. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's got to change the rack around. Well, you know, Dawn, like the last match we commentated, you just don't really know. They're just changing their minds as they go along.
Well, that's okay, as long as they don't miss.
Key, yes.
And as long as at the end of the rack they have what they need.
Yeah, see, at this angle here, remember he's left-handed, so he might elect to shoot the 6 now, and draw back, where we wouldn't have any trouble reaching that. Well, he is going to go for the reach. I can't say it's not the right shot, but I certainly would have changed.
I'm sure he's not exactly where he wants to be, but he's just trying to create something now at this point.
Well, at this point, the 6 must go past the 7, because he wouldn't have played it to the center of the table. Well, what's going to lead him out to the 7 ball is what we got to figure out. So he's going up table. He's going to clear this out. Okay, so he's going to try to get almost straight on the 6 after the 10 and get over. That ain't going to work. So wow. I mean, it's going to be hard for him to kill this ball to play the 6 ball in the same hole as the 10 now. He's going to go the other way. He's going to play the 6.
Okay, now
All right, well,
he's back in line. I thought that had more of an angle going towards the other side.
now again, the 7 ball is a high break shot, so he wants to get parallel. I mean, right with the 7.
And he did a good job with that.
Yeah, a little past the side, but you know the rule with having a longer break shot, it gives the cue ball more energy.
Right.
Well, that's Mizrak's rule, not mine, but I can see it.
Plus, because he is a lefty, he can reach it better, right? So if you guys at home are enjoying this, you should share it with others.
Yeah, I said that. I mean, I think it's very important. I mean, when do you get to see the #1 ranked player in a sport play for free? I mean, free. And not only that, this is his best game. You weren't here quite yet, but let everybody know. He practices at home on a 4 1/8-inch pocket table in straight pool. And he plays every day that he practices. When he runs 200, he quits. He don't run 201, 205. He just stops. So I asked him how many times he ran 200, and he says, Bobby, every day that I practice, I run 200.
Wow.
What an amazing feat that is.
That is.
200 on a tight pocket table. And he might have to go up table here.
It's an interesting shot selection there, what he just did. I know he was trying to break out.
Well, if he can shoot the 13, what do you think about that shot? Okay, he is shooting maybe that. I didn't know if he can get through there. He's got problems here for 3. Ooh. Well, you know, it's another match like last time. It takes a little while for him to settle in, I guess.
I don't think he's got the side for the 8. So he's going to have to take the 3. And that's a tough shot there.
I think he's going to try to clear some balls out here.
He's going to have to hug into the corner, right? Come 2 rails out.
Have you called a case with a... I don't watch a lot of news, but that's interesting. Okay, we're back, folks. Sorry, that was my fault. Okay.
Okay, so he bumped the ball a little bit, which slowed him down. So now he's kind of straight on the 9 ball. He's got a little angle.
Yeah, he needs to get this ball up top a little bit. He's got a 15 to get out, a 12 and a 14. But he's got to find a way. I think the key thing to this rack right here is that 10 ball for some reason.
Well, this is where he can take care of it. If he doesn't get too straight, he can just come down and...
I think there's a chance he's going to try to get straight on the 12 here. After the 6. What do you think about that shot?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Okay, the 14 does pass if the 15. I just look at the angle. The 14 will pass by if he gets for the 15. But he is going for the 12. Is he going to bump the 14 then?
So he's bumping it out now.
Yeah, he didn't want to bump it that far because if he had just barely bumped it out, he could have used that as a key ball. He still can, but it would have been a lot easier. So he's got the 1 ball, and then he's got to find a way to get, if he gets the 10 and 2 cleared out, it's over for the rack. He's got some decisions here to make. Shooting a 15 isn't going to do anything right now. He wish he had a little more angle to from the 1 ball where he can tap the 2 off, or the 10 off the 2.
Either that or play this 8 in the side, and then he can just play the 2. You know, just either play the 2 right after this because the 2 goes. Well, I guess not there.
Well, you better looking at the side pocket up here too. All right, so I guess he's going to go 5-10, the 5 ball, then the 10 ball, and that should help the rack.
Did he get an angle on that?
Well, I mean, if the 10 goes, does the 10 go?
I think it does.
Okay, so if he can shoot the 5 and stiff the cue ball.
But that's what I mean. I think it looks from here like he's got an angle, but we're going to find out in a second.
Well, he's going for the 8.
Yeah.
So he's going to try to bump the 2 off the 10 here. No. Well, it surprised me there.
Okay, so now he could roll down and play the 5 in the side.
Play the 5 inside and maybe hit the top of the 2 and push over to a break area. But he's got the 5 for a break shot now, so. All right, well, he's letting his stroke out early.
Okay, so the 2 does go. The 2 goes.
All right, now I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, now we're good.
Now he's got to, you want to try for the 14 on the side if you can. Because you don't want that odd angle corner. And he wants to
Get
be
on
off
the
the rail a
rail.
little, yes.
I mean, he's still okay. It's just not as ideal.
Well, he's going to be past the side pocket with the cue ball here, so if he wants to be closer, he's got to go up and down. I would accept the shot and just roll about a foot past the side. I'm not sure what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So what is his record right now in the tournament?
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, he did lose a match. I'm not sure the details, but Mr. Filler did lose one match. But it's a round robin. I think he's got a good chance of being safe, but this is a key match for him for sure.
That was nice.
Yeah, that worked out really good.
So I don't think that the 9 goes past to go into the pocket because of the 4. So he's going to roll the 1 ball up, maybe get rid of the 4 afterwards. Or the 12, then the 4.
Yeah, it'll be fine. That opens up the 2 striped balls just above it, too.
There's so many ways to go about a rack. It's hard to, like, to me, I'm not going to move the cue ball as much as that. I would just do stop, stop. But he's got, you know, he goes around the balls a lot different. So I'm learning a lot here.
Learning is always good.
So why is he saving those 2 balls at the bottom? Just as safety, or is he planning on the back break?
Well, he's got to go into some balls here. There you go. 14's ideal, but I don't know what's going to lead to that side over there. But obviously the 14 looks like a break shot unless he pushes something out of the way here. Here comes again. The point is there should not be any reason he should bump another ball somewhere. So he's going to have to use the 8 or the 11 for balls to try to push over somewhere.
Stop it there and play the 2. No, he did bump a ball. So I guess the 2 is going to end up being the key ball. Or not.
That could be the 7 from this angle.
Now it's the 7. These tables are playing great,
I
gotta
agree.
say. It's got the diamond tables with the Simonis cloth, Aramis balls. It's my favorite equipment.
Yeah, I have the same setup.
All right, well, he got through that rack. You know, it's interesting watching him because he is moving the cue ball a lot more than I would think you should move the cue ball.
And he doesn't take long. He wants to cut the opponent's head off as quick as he can. And I think the quicker he plays, the more comfortable he gets. I used to know a guy like that named Lou Patera.
Lou, yeah, shotgun
And
Lou.
Grady told me one time that Lou shot so fast when he was playing 9-ball that the 9-ball fell and the 7 was still rolling to the pocket. So, God bless Lou. I wish he was still with us. Rest in peace.
He was a nice guy.
I know his son played good too.
Sal, yeah. They were from California, right?
Yeah, Lou lived in Las Vegas. He actually lived next to Charlie DeValier, amazingly, who was another high-stakes pool gambler. That was before my time, though.
Well, that was didn't end up as good as it could have. He's still okay.
He's 2 on the side, maybe? What are you thinking?
It's either that or the 12 all the
I'm
way
going to
down.
go 2 to the 9 here. Play the 9 on the back row next.
Yeah. Get rid of that one up there.
Well, he's got some decisions to make here coming up. I mean, the big thing is just get down table. I mean, he could be looking, he's got 13 and 12. Both will go in the side if he rolls down, which he did.
Well, and he's got to clear that grouping of balls somehow.
Well, I think the key component here, for some reason, it looks like the 7. If he gets a 7 out of the table, out of the way, then the rest of everything certainly will open up.
Well, he can do that after he shoots the 4, right?
I'm not really too sure. I mean, he would have to come back up and bring the cue ball to the 1, which puts him in a position where he might tap the 1.
And then it might tie up that with the 11.
There's an outside possibility he could shoot the 3 ball here and come back and put himself in the same position he is now. Like I said, he's got a little bit of thinking here to do.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to be a little bit lower with the cue ball. So we'll play the 11 here, I suppose, the 11 in the side. Oh, then he can play the 8 and the 7.
Well, that'll take care of it. And the 1 also is a break ball, but I don't see him using that.
So he's going to use the 7 and the 8.
I would like to go, play real tight here and, go 3, 3, 7, 1, 10, but he can go 1, 7, 3, 10. I'm looking at him, the final shot to be the 10 on the side and leave the 8 for a break shot because it just rolls so easy from almost any angle unless he fell above it.
Well, if you're going to do that, though, you got to get from the 3 to the 7.
Careful. All right, well, that ball fell a little weird. He might have to shoot the 10 now. Many options.
Yeah,
The
there we
options.
go.
He can draw this ball back and get a good angle for the 7 and then draw just above the 8 and go into the next rack.
Yep.
Now, I would have liked to have been a little bit higher than this.
He's just going to come off the rail.
Well, he didn't have to, but he's at a comfortable angle. Well, Don, so far, I mean, we barely breathe here, and he's at 55 balls.
Has he run 55, or was there something in between?
He was on 41, so I'm thinking, I don't know when they're going to update the score here. If the score is correct.
There it is, 55 to -1.
Well, I don't want to go out on a limb. It could very easily be 125 to -1 with this guy. He's dangerous, quick, too. That is my favorite break shot, to draw into the rail and just kind of kill it. This rack opened up like Swiss cheese.
It did. It's really, there's not a lot of problem there.
No, he's got the, well, I mean, unless he changes around, of course. My first thing I look at is key balls and break balls. 10 and 7, or 7 and 10 is what I'm looking at here.
So if he plays this combo, he just wants to make sure that he doesn't put that 4 in a bad spot. He really doesn't have to bump into anything if he gets around him right.
Well, there could be a little bumping in this rack, but you want to keep it minimum. You keep about a little flat on the 14 here because the 5 and 1, but there's a good chance here he could shoot the 14 and literally just draw back a couple inches and then play the 1 ball and come back the other way. I think the key ball to this whole rack that I'm looking at right now is there's actually 2, would be the 15 and the 6. Those are the 2 things that he's got to make pockets for. Okay. So Donna, maybe a 1-5 here, 1 to the 5.
Then he's going to go in. He's going in.
If he is, he doesn't really want to hit the 7. I think he's going to just hit the little stun. He's not going to hit this hard for sure.
He hit that perfectly where he pointed.
Yes, he did. So now I think he's going to get rid of the green ball, the 6, and then he's going to come out 2 rails and then start deciding the rest of the rack. I could be wrong, but I think he's going to come back out 2 rails and be just above the 11 ball. And
Now, because he's a lefty, isn't that going to be a big stretch for? Yeah, it's a big
yeah,
stretch
I
for
think he's
him.
still going to spin out of this, though. Well, he went 1 rail. Okay. Before he gets too old here, you better consider that 4 and 12 up table 2.
Right.
So you might consider the 3 and then roll and get straight in on the 4 and then shoot the 12. And being a left-hander, a 12 won't be a problem shooting because it's an easy side stretch.
9 goes by the 7.
Yes. Well, I'm not sure what the key ball is going to be. It could be the 15 or the 9 at this point. But again, he's going to find himself trying to shoot this 3 and rolling 4 to get straight on the 4 or shoot the 12.
Yeah, he's good now. He's good. 4. Oh,
Well, I don't see him. I don't know why he did this. There you go. I think he fell a little short is what happened.
so now we can take 12, 15, 10. Nice little triangle there.
Hey, that's the language I know. I like that. All right, just shoot, stop. All right, shoot and draw back about 3 or 4 inches. Or just
make a severe
he
cut.
like if you notice the last 3 racks that he shot, he had wide angles into the rack. When I was fortunate enough to watch Willie play, Willie Mosconi, he loved the wide angles. He just felt that the cue ball would just hit and just start going like a woodpecker. It kept going. Back then on the old cloth, you had to force the balls anyway. All right, stay down the ball. This is going to spread open good too. Well, done in a flash of an eye. He's on 69 balls. This has been quick, hasn't it?
69 balls. But he left himself long on this one, so I'm sure he didn't want to go up the table that much. See where he's going
We
now.
got a nice little kiss there, but
Ooh.
he tied up some extra
Yeah.
balls. There's nothing but his side pockets here. But he can end up finding an angle to the 4 and then playing the 9 ball on the side, maybe.
Right. At least he's got a way to break him out.
Or the 1 on the side and then come back and play the 9 in the corner.
And if he plays that 10 right now, then the cue ball is
Well,
going
he's
to
got a chance
skim
to,
off the top of the 8.
he's got a chance to push the 8 into position on the other side. We call that the right-hander side.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's going to work.
So his wife is going to be playing with us.
Yeah.
Pia.
She's a fantastic player. I commentated a match with her this last weekend with her and April Lawson. It was the biggest women's money match I'd ever seen. They were playing for, between the players, $12,000.
Oh, really?
And $20,000 on the rail.
Wow.
That was a good match. $6,000 each player.
And?
Pia put her own money. I do know that. After the first day, they played 2 races at 25 because they were playing a race to 50. The first day, Pia was up 25-16. The next day, April came back, got it within 4 games, and Pia took off and won 50-34. The first day, Pia ran a 7-pack. And in day 2, she ran a 5 and a 4.
Wow.
She was really playing good.
Strong player.
Yes, without no doubt.
April's going to be here too, so it'll be interesting if they're in the same bracket.
Yeah, I gave April a few pointers on straight pool the other day when I saw her, and she's been practicing with Roy Francisco's house. We call that Roy's basement. I don't know if you ever seen that or not, but in Gainesville, Virginia. So we want to wish April the best of luck when she makes it here and support her. She's such a nice person.
She is, yeah.
I only talked to her just a couple times when she was playing, but just so young, and she's just mature at the table.
I think she was I played with her first when she was 13. She was one of our youngest players. And I remember when I used to, I was running with Laura Smith, running the Billiard Education Foundation for the juniors. And April, that's where I met April first. And she was playing in that as a junior. And she was so sweet back then.
She lives in a cold state. She says she lives in Minnesota.
Well, not now. I think she's moved.
Oh, has she? Okay, maybe she was
so.
from Minnesota. I remember something about Minnesota she was talking about, and I don't know. It's cold here in Virginia from time to time, and I live in Virginia, and I'm not moving out of the state.
Oh, look at him. He's way up there again.
Better have a bounce. Well, we had a conversation earlier. Remember, the Germans like to draw that ball and go into the back rail. He didn't hit those very hard. He had a good angle. He might go into the 12 here, though. He did try to. No, that was a little reckless.
Well, that's the second time he's been up in the top.
He's got to shoot his 3-ball, and he might consider going into those balls now because he has a good chance of spreading a break shot from this angle with the 12, the 8, the 14, the 10. Okay, well, maybe he just didn't have the angle. Or he's going to use the 5 and push stuff around. But these 2 balls that are on the rails right here, he's going to shoot the 9 and 6 really doesn't come into play with anything. So he's just going to be clearing those off just to still be facing the same problems. I don't.
Yeah.
What
He wanted to shoot the 6. I think he overshot it. I think he wanted to shoot the 6 and come in, and he had the.
He's gonna have to play a combo in this here, or he's gonna have to come with an incredible cut shot on the 6 over top of a ball and stretching. Whatever he does, he's not gonna. If he's confident, he's not gonna take long.
Boy, this is tough.
Yeah, I agree. He passed on it too. If he'd have took a couple more seconds there when he shot that 9 ball, I don't think he'd be in this position. He's going to play the combination here into the side pocket. And then you got to think, what's next? So
yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
He's going to roll the ball forward, or he's going to draw back and make sure he has a 13 on the back rail.
I think that's what he's got to do.
Wow. He got there. What a shot. He's got to find his way to get this 5 ball somehow here and get to the top of this rack, unless he finds a shot now he can shoot other than the 13, and he'll see one. All right, I didn't like this.
No,
he might have a side pocket shot. He's got the 8 ball, he's got the 4 ball, and guess what he did do? He pushed the 10 and 14 in possible ranges for break shots. 4, 11.
That was close.
He would have liked to have an angle to somehow get to that 12 ball. I don't see him going into the 10 and 2 right now, but it's possible. Because if he gets to the top of the table, you always want to think, what would happen if I get above the rack? Because that's the idea, is to keep the ball toward the center. I'm not sure he really has much. He's got to go 2 rails here and avoid the 6. And maybe look at getting the 12 or shooting the 5. If he shoots the 5, for sure the 10 ball is not going to be a break ball anymore. I can't see the line, but what y'all can't see at home, folks, is there is like a little teeny white line where the rack would be for the incoming rack. 10 ball is really close to that line.
I think he's okay, though. I think it's okay. I think it's just close to the rack.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to be there.
Okay,
if
so
not-
he came up short.
Yeah, now
For
he
the
has to.
10.
Now he has to leave the 14 for a break shot. All right, he'll want to get straight in on an 8 ball here after the 6. You think draw back about 3 inches or so,
More than that, I would think.
or move forward?
Yeah, more than that. Yeah.
All right, now this ball is
'Cause
high,
this is a-
so when the ball is high, you want to when your object ball is above the table spot, you want to try to be parallel. In other words, those balls straight in line with each other as much as possible. I think he did a good job.
He only needs what? Two racks.
Well, he's
Only
going to
125.
he's going to have to go into a 3rd rack.
28.
He needs 2 racks. He doesn't need a. Yeah, he won't need a break ball on the 2nd one. You're right. Good call. That's the thing. You always want to keep track of your score.
Yeah.
He's a little unorthodox playing the game, but boy, he shoots fast. He's comfortable.
Well, and he's a great shot maker. Like he just
Yes.
makes everything.
That combo, I think, is what let him out there. All right. Well, there's another break shot. He's got the 4. He's got the 12. Maybe even the 6. I hope not on that one, but he's got options here. He's going to try to pick this red ball off here. Yep. He's got the 10, 8, and 1 in a situation.
Just push them
That just got cured.
Yeah.
Now he's got to. What do you think he's going to go for the 5 ball, or what do you see?
Either the 5 or the 6.
Oh, you mean up table?
Well, I wouldn't think he would do that, but those are the 2 choices he has.
He really needs to get rid of that 9 because it makes room for the 4 ball too if he's going to be over there. He's got to get rid of this 9 ball, and he's got the angle.
Well
for it.
done there.
Yeah. Now he's got some little tricky situation here. He needs to fall where he can get to the 10. I'm not sure if the 8 passes by the 4. With your eyes, can you see that?
Let's see. I can't.
Well, we don't worry about it now. We knew the answer. He's
Maybe
shooting
it
the 4
didn't. Yeah.
shooting the 4 on the side. So,
Right. That takes care of that.
so he's going to shoot the 9, and at this point, he's gonna find a way to get up to the 10 or the 8. And he went a little farther than he wanted to, but he's okay. He's just going to roll this in easy. He's got the 15 as his next shot.
What
Right.
break shot are you going to use? The 6?
Well, yeah, the 6 is high, and he'll use the. Actually, he might use the 2 ball to get to it and go 1, 2, 6 at the end. But if he does that, he's got to do something with a 12 ball. So he's got to think about this for a second here. Okay, now's the decision on what to do. I don't like shooting a 12 all the way up. He might go for the 1 ball next. Okay, he's going to go 1, 2, gets straight to the 2, and then he has a little
then they
triangle.
can
He's got a
just-
triangle
yeah.
with the 2, 12, and 6. It's just going to be elementary here. Ooh, well, I don't know if I'd have done
Not
that.
now.
So he thought the 12 ball was his thing. Now he's I don't like shooting up table, but this might be the one where he might want to shoot up table for the 2. Should go 6, 6, 2 up table. I don't like doing that, but what options does he have? Unless he wants to shoot
He
the
has to
12.
stroke this and get
Shoot
back
the,
around
shoot the
for
12,
the 2.
shoot the 12, and get straight to the 2.
Yeah.
He's got a long shot here, and he doesn't want this ball to bounce much off the rail. He's got a little tough angle here. He's got to hit this clean. That's a tough pocket. Well, you know what, Dawn?
Yeah,
What do you
he
think?
thinks just about anything.
Okay, so I believe that's 111.
So we just need.
He needs 14 balls, so he won't need a break ball. He won't need to play position.
Right.
He's got to get through this rack, though. The key thing is making the break ball and getting a shot.
How do you feel if you're Alex sitting in the chair? He's got -1. He just wants one
Alex
shot.
will find a way to laugh after this match. I promise you. He is the circus for the tour. But how do I feel right now, or how do I feel afterwards? Either way, it's the same way. I don't feel good. And if Alex even got to the table, he's probably not going to feel good.
So he's looking at exactly where he wants to hit that, because he doesn't want to scratch, come off the top of the one and scratch the side.
The problem is you really don't when you're cutting the ball to the left and your cue ball is left or right as what his left on the screen. You don't hit it hard too much because you're worried about the scratch, but you want to hit down a little bit or hit heavy on the rack to kill the cue ball if you know there's going to be balls float to the bottom rail.
Oh, did you see that? That was
like a trick
that was
shot
like
or something.
magic. I'd like to see that in slow motion.
Looks like Mike Massey shooting or something. Okay, he's gonna shoot he's got to make sure he doesn't go too far with the cue ball here, and he didn't. So, yeah, he's gonna dance around this rack. This is not gonna be longer than 90 seconds, unless he comes into a problem. He's gonna pick this off. Then he's got the 13. That was a little short there. That was a little short.
So now he's got to run into something.
Well, he's got to hit something above the 3 here. Now he's got to go back to the 1. I think the 9 and 10 both go, but the 14's in the way of the 10. Now he's going to have a little pause. This is the end of the match.
Just make sure you get every ball. Don't take it for granted.
Oh, he's definitely picking the rack off here. 5 on the side. 9. He's got the 9 in the corner. Roll forward, tap the 10.
How about taking the?
Well, now he's going to stretch. He's going to stretch for the 11.
Unless it's got. Is it straight?
You gotta be real careful. You don't want the cue ball to hit the 3 at all. And being left-handed, he's got to stretch. Remember that. All right, he's playing for 3 for the match. Three, 14 on the side. Playing for 2. But he might actually leave a break shot and continue the high run here.
Oh, no. He's still...
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
He's left a 10 for a break shot because he's going to keep going.
I forgot about that.
Okay, Alex is a cheerleader now. You know it's a circus with him. He's reading it along. Okay, folks, we have a...
Joshua's going to continue for the high run.
let's see. Alex had to re-break, and he made...
The high run today
Yes.
is 182.
Who did that?
Mario Heat.
The high run today is 182. He's on a 1... We have to confirm this, but I believe he is on the full 125. Is that right, Dawn?
I don't know.
Well, I can tell you one thing. He has nothing to
No,
lose.
because he missed somewhere in there. He missed a shot.
He's on 120 plus. He will let us know, but I can tell you one thing. If you want to see a person's pace pick up, wait till you see this now. He doesn't have an opponent. And don't forget what I told you. He plays every day that he practices on pockets that are smaller. He runs 200 every single day.
It's crazy. We could be here for a while.
I don't mind.
Although he is fast, so him running 300 and somebody else running 300 is going to be a different time stamp.
Well, he's not as fast as Luke Salvis or Lou Patera.
Oh, Luke.
But,
Luke.
but it wouldn't hurt right now, would it?
I haven't seen Luke in a while. I always liked Luke. We used to play tennis together.
I haven't seen him since the event at the... It was the IPT event in Reno is the last time that I saw him. So I
Do you
think
know,
he
do
even,
you know he's a really good tennis player?
no, I think I know one thing. I saw him playing blackjack for a couple $1,000 a hand. He was a gambler. I think he had a pool room or something in Canada too, right?
Yes, in Montreal.
You know, it's amazing that the balls are open, and he showed his first sign of frustration. I saw it in his face.
So is he using the 2?
Sure. This guy has the hardest work ethic of any pool player that I've ever seen, honestly. He changed it just real quick to let you all know. He got challenged by a local pro, top player in Virginia, to play a session of one pocket. Raced to 13 for 10,000, and we'd never seen him play one pocket before. So he won the match, 13-2, and Roy was telling me the whole way home he didn't talk to anybody. He was upset. So he finally asked him, "Why are you upset?" He says, "Because the guy won 2 games. He wanted to win 13-0. What a worth ethic that is. He says, "No friends, all enemies." Chris? Okay, we're gonna call this 139.
Oh, that's
Alex
look at this.
Pagulayan. It's so nice he's keeping Josh's score after he just took defeat. What a gentleman.
But that's not. Is that his high run though? 130.
He started with 139 before the rack, is what Alex was saying. So he did run 125, because that was the first rack, correct?
Did he miss his first ball then? Because I remember he missed a ball that.
Well, they're saying that he started off with no points when he started the run.
Okay.
Is that right, Chris? Can you confirm what you're saying here?
When they first started, I believe he let him break again. I'm wondering if
That's what I thought.
Josh is adding that first ball
and he
to
took
the
it off.
139.
He took it off the sheet from there. I don't
I can
remember him
try
being
to
on the
confirm
score.
it. I'm not sure though.
Well, Alex is a nice guy. He's keeping score for the opponent that just demolished
I
him.
know.
And the run is at 139. If he gets to 182, or over 182, that will be the bonus for the day if it holds
Well,
up.
to my understanding, they do each other's score. Like as many balls as Josh makes, Alex will take it down, and then as many as Alex makes.
So if Josh runs 1,000, Alex is going to be in the chair the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to get in depth, but
Just remember what I just said. When he played a match, he got challenged, and the guy won 2 games. He was upset. He's upset with himself for missing that ball. He's challenged himself to run a several hundred here.
yeah, he's mad at the break.
Yeah, you can see it. He's very upset. He's
He
been
does
showing
look determined.
I don't know. He looks in the zone to me. Not upset.
Yes, that's the good word. I like that
Yeah.
word on zone.
In the zone.
I'm trying to get some of this energy wafting over here.
He mentioned to us that he doesn't want to be the number 1 player in the world at one game. He wants to be the number 1 player at all games. His worth ethic is incredible.
Well, I like that statement because I always felt that the best player wasn't the number 1 9-ball player. The best player is the one that can play all the games well and have championships in all games.
I used to always think the best player was the person that had the biggest wad of money in their front pocket because they're winning everything. But nowadays the paydays
Well,
are
that's
so
not-
big they can't put all the money in their front pocket.
And that's not necessarily the best player. That's the best game maker.
Well, I'm talking about tournament action, yeah. There's been so many $100,000 matches in the last couple of years. I mean, I mean, last week I witnessed a match literally with, not counting the internet people that were betting, between two women in one building at $32,000 in
Wow.
bets.
Nice.
I
Good payday.
And it was not a grudge match. They, to let y'all know, they were so professional before they started with the rules. They went down. They never argued a shot.
Nice.
Never nothing. Great.
Smooth sailing
Pia,
game.
yeah, Pia and Filler and April Lawson were definitely professionals on their attitude on this match, and it was fantastic to watch. Matter of fact, I think they're looking to match up again.
Looks like Josh is having fun.
I don't think his fun starts at 200.
I know.
Just remember this. Remember what I told y'all. This is no joke. I've been around a long time. Is what I told y'all was he runs 200 every day. And
Yeah.
He quits. He don't go above 200.
What'd you say, 4 1/8 inch? What?
4 1/8.
Four
Much
and
harder
eighth,
table.
yeah.
Yeah. These are
I listen.
these are 4.5 corners and 5-inch sides.
Can't remember too much, but sort of like an elephant. I can remember.
Unless he shoots a ball up table and hangs something or doesn't get a shot after the break, this could go on for another hour
Oh, I know.
or
I know.
more. I'm
I
gonna
know.
let you know.
I love it.
When he challenges himself, it's the greatest challenge. I mean, he challenged himself at video games. He challenged himself at bicycling. I mean, he everything he does.
Competitive with his own self.
Well, him and Roy were playing.
Can always do better.
Roy had beat him a couple games of cornhole when he practiced for a couple of days, so he would never lose again. So he can't stand to lose.
Oh, man.
Just think about that.
That's
All right,
nice.
draw to the side rail, come back off the rail.
Yep.
Get
Actually,
parallel to the one. Boy, this is really good here.
I mean, that's the way you got to be, though, if you're a champion. Like Alan Hopkins, he's the same way. We would play any game. I don't care if it was gin or tennis or whatever it was. He wouldn't let his mother win. He would
You know,
not let his mother win.
Alan was one of my heroes growing up. Oh my gosh. And I was so unfortunate I never drew him in a tournament. And I finally drew him in a tournament. And I fouled on the first shot in a race to 100, playing straight both sides, -2, and he ran 38, and I took it off the sheet on him. And that's a good match, Alan. And he just didn't have nothing to say to me. He just looked at me and walked away. I was so upset because I was like, I can't believe I beat one of my heroes.
That's right.
You know,
That's
and,
how
I,
it
and I
was
played,
usually.
I played
So-
good to do it.
It's good. It's good.
And we've had very few conversations since then. But he didn't hold a grudge against me. He's a great guy.
No, but he does not
Shouldn't
like
do that.
losing.
Well, none of us do.
You won't see it on his face much, though. He's one of the best. He's got one of the best
Poker
attitudes.
faces.
Well, the attitude. I watched him one time playing Mike Siegel. Mike Siegel, I don't know what was up with him, but he was getting up and down and up and down and up and down on the shots. I counted after a while. It was literally 5 on average, 5 times. I'd be bouncing out of my chair by then. Alan's just sitting there like nothing. And when it was his turn, he'd get up, and he just had the best attitude.
My favorite player, well, it's hard for me to have one, but I was fortunate enough that Wimpy Lassiter, I got to talk to when I was a teenager, and he never taught nobody, and he liked me, and we would always talk about pool. And before he passed away, and you know, it was just amazing that on how people think. I mean, you can't really read their mind, you know, but you know, just to get in some of these world champions' minds, I think it the way it is. I mean, it's
Experience is the best teacher.
well, you can, yeah, but some of the way these guys, their thought process. I mean, the greatest comment that I'd ever heard that Wimpy had told me was, he said in his deep voice, Bobby, you know, I'm not going to imitate his voice but too much, but he told me, he says, if you're going to play pool and be 90% focused, you need to find something else to do. 90% is not enough. Just think of you know, arguably one of the greatest all-around players ever to live.
Well, so this is a little tougher here because he's got the, is it the 11 on it? The 13 on the rail there.
Yeah, he's gonna have to use the 10 to get to that, I think, and punch it out. That is the key ball to this whole racked on. Good point.
So
Now
let's see.
no, I don't know. He's gonna have to use the. He's gonna go to the 10 now, and then that's gonna lead him to the 3.
He didn't get high enough.
No, he did not. And
He
he
could
surely
go-
isn't gonna shoot the 13 down past the 9.
He might have to.
I think he's going to just stop the cue ball here.
Oh,
Now he's going to punch back out, and
and then come back
he's
over.
going to come below the side. He's
Yeah.
going to punch out one rail. And see how he's taking his time a little bit. He knows how important this is. This is his whole rack right here.
Yeah.
Come out one rail, come past the side to the second diamond possibly, or the first diamond. If this
Bounce
ball
out.
bounces, I mean, that's like ball in hand. You
That's
know,
perfect.
I agree. Bear down here, punch it out about a foot. He's got to draw it back a little too. Now that I think was his best shot that he shot the whole thing at a critical time.
What's that? 180.
Yeah, it's a pretty long distance shot.
You know, when he played at Derby City, his first inning, he jumped up on a diamond and ran 285.
Oh,
Oh, he's picked his pace up again, Don. See if these balls explode.
oh man.
Wow.
Break.
No
What a
two balls
break.
are even coming close to touching. He might make this whole rack and never bump a ball. He took a deep breath. He's laughing. He's got to take a breath here.
This guy's got a good relationship. That's
You
awesome.
know, I can't see Alex from my angle, but Chris, I know you're having a good time over
I'm
here. 'Cause
loving
I know
it.
Alex is going bananas down here keeping score. Let me stand up here.
Oh, it's awesome.
They're joking
I
around.
don't
They
know
have
if
a
y'all
ball.
can hear on the stream, but Alex is keeping score for Joshua Filler, and he's a circus.
183, that's the new high run today.
He has beat the high run today. The high run was 182.
What's the highest? 210, right?
That's not what he wants, though.
He wants 211 to beat the
Yes.
record because there's a payout for the highest run of the whole event.
Highest was 210.
I don't think he even wants 211.
Oh, no.
He just wants to make us sit here all night.
Well,
I think
mean,
he wants to make Alex sit there.
I hate. I don't hate to mention this because I said before I die, I would want somebody to beat this record. But the highest run on a dime is 311, and I own that.
Oh,
And so I would not mind him getting a 312 here. Okay.
we might be sitting here for a little while. We might need some pillows and blankets.
There's a long ways between 200 and 300, but let me tell you something. This guy is the guy in the world
At this
that
pace.
can do it. He's young, he's healthy, but the big thing is he's got the killer instinct.
Yeah.
I've never seen this. I think the only person I've ever seen that practices harder and more back in the day, it was Jeanette used to practice literally 6 hours a day,
Yeah.
until she had a little bit of back trouble and stuff that was going on. Oh, by the way, Jeanette, if you are watching, we wish you were here. We love you and wish you well.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, Donnie's got a little trouble here with the blue, the 2 and the 4. Can he shoot the 1 and get a better angle to shoot the 4 out? And then if he does, what is he going to do next? I think he's going to have to get an angle to the 11 and roll down and play the 2 or the 4 to the far side quarter pocket.
2 sitting behind that 4, right?
What do you think? I mean, the 6 is a good break ball, so that'll.
2
if
doesn't. You don't think the 2 goes?
I don't
right?
think the 2 or 4 goes right here.
So he's gonna have to
I
play
think he's going to
this.
shoot the 3, try to get straight. Or he could shoot the 1 and get another angle. Try to shoot the 3, get down, get over here, shoot the 11, bump over here, and then get the 2 and 4 out.
I don't know. I don't
I
think,
think he's going to go 311.
gonna
I don't
have
see what
to.
else he can do. I don't think he went to roll quite this far, but he's okay. So he's going to roll this ball down and then clear it just like that. Clear 1 out. Now he's really good.
Now we can.
Now
do
the
it.
1 ball's a little tricky to use that as a shot. He could end up trying to get to the 1 now after the next shot. Oh, here now what I like is to shoot the 1 in the side, and then come over here, shoot the 4 and bump out for the 6. Maybe it was a little bit high. Well, he want
Yeah,
to fall
this
dead
is-
straight here would be good. He's got a little angle here. Does he go all the way into the rail here, or does he just draw back and take a tougher
It's like
shot?
he's drawing back.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness! Well, who would have thought of this?
No. Yeah.
95.
Yeah, I don't think that would have. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think he's going to get, if he gets a 200, is he going to quit like he normally does?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
But you know what? He could to prove a point. There's no telling. But with this guy, he's out to run 1,000.
Well, my question is, what's going to happen in the next round if he keeps going? Because don't you have a match yet? Is there extra tables?
I don't think that they're going to be worried about that. I think all the players would be willing to delay their match. But if he's up here for hours, I think we're going to do something else. I'm not leaving until he's done. I can tell you that.
Well,
Because next week will be fine with me.
these didn't spread as well as the last one. So
No, he's got a
got
little
more
trouble
work.
here. I mean, the problem right now is
No coaching.
Alex said no coaching.
No coaching.
Josh's wife and coach is next to him, Pia Filler. So she's just out of the camera angle. But yeah, we can see her smiling. She's very happy for her man.
I think she's bored. I think she's seen this many times before.
She sees it every. She sees
From
it
a
every
woman's
day.
perspective.
She sees it every day. You know, by the way, she doesn't play. She hasn't played straight pool before. She's just now starting to play this. So they decided to. Oh, look at here.
Wow.
He better hope he's got the four ball. So they decided to play turns, alternate the shots,
Right,
and
shot
they did
apiece.
this like 3 months ago. They ran 2-11 together. I mean,
That's a good way to learn. If you're trying to learn, play that shot piece with somebody that's really good.
you know, I'm gonna tell you what I just saw.
It's getting tougher.
I just saw when he was shooting
Okay. You're
that
allowed.
his hand was actually shaking. I just noticed that. I wouldn't want.
Little under pressure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just saw his
I
bridge
love
hand
that.
shake.
I love seeing that part of the game with people, like how they're taking the pressure.
This is the ball that leads him at 200. He's really thinking about this. Side pocket.
Moment of truth.
I don't know. He doesn't look nervous to me.
Put it right in the pocket.
I'll tell you one thing. That is it. How many balls are on the table? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 200 right there. No, the next ball. I think it's the next one. Wait for the referee to announce. He has it. Okay. Well, that's either. He was on 195 to start. So how many balls we have here, Dawn? 10,
3,
9.
6, 7, 8, 9. So
Okay,
he's got
so 6. He's got 201 then.
202.
202 now. 202 and counting.
So he can only get to 210 if he makes all these balls. So he's got to go into the next round.
So that means he can tie Shane. Shane's 210 by running these balls out and leaving a break shot.
Right. But he needs to get into the next rack, too.
Well, what he needs to do right now is get to the next ball, the 15 or something after the 11. He's got a very. I don't like him shooting this one ball at table at all. I don't. Remember, when no balls are past the half point, stay on one half of the table. Is he going to get to the 2 on the side?
Two,
Did he
yeah.
get there?
Yeah.
So he can go 2-8 then, or he's going to give her to the 1?
He's got to go 2-8.
2-8-15. Okay. I agree.
Wait,
Look at
15,
the
1.
15, 1, 5, and another break. We are witnessing billiard history here, folks. Hi, Jerry.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. He took the 12. So
Yeah.
he's using the
Just-
5 as
just
the break
bounce out.
shot.
205.
You know, they call him Killer Filler for a reason. The score is up, Jerry. Actually, the total now is 205. They haven't reset the total completely, but his run is 205. That was a tough.
played
He
that.
wasn't taking no chances
That's
there.
right. I was going to say he played that safe to make sure that he.
Can he shoot the 1 ball? Is my question.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he can't get by
I
the
think
6.
he's got to shoot the.
Can he shoot the 1?
Putting the
Oh,
one down
no,
in the
he
corner.
can. He can shoot the 1.
She's got some view there.
That's the new high run for the tournament.
Okay, so now he's going to stop.
Now that's the
No, he,
John Smith record.
So now-
605.
now he needs to go into the rack here, and he's going to hit this with a little bit of pace. What did he have for a break ball?
They open that right up.
Look at this shit! Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
He's going to have to cut the 3
He can
ball.
still cut it in. He's still.
That's what Alex just said. He said the 3 and 4 is nothing for you.
See, I thought that he would go into that with a little bit more force. He hit it like a medium force. I think he should have been 3/4 hit.
He said this is nothing for you. Alex told him.
I knew you're gonna make that.
Oh.
How could you miss that? You suck.
Alex playing with him. How could you miss that?
So the run is 212. Is that right?
Yes.
He just
Okay.
made it
Good
past
job,
the
guys.
Well, he didn't stop at 200, but 212. Amazing.